So, another day in the shop. Got various things I'm working on here. Shop dogs, you out here today? Everybody but Shadow. Shadow stayed in the house today so far. But it's just a quick little sidebar here somewhere. I'll insert it in the video. A couple of days ago, I seen a post on Facebook for a guy that does upholstery, interior upholsteries and stuff. Well, actually, I guess it was about a week ago. And so he come over and looked to see what I had. He looked my stuff over. I've got the original seats and that kind of stuff for it. And give me an estimate, left me some colors to look at. But one of the things I didn't realize, I didn't know, I figured he'd need the vinyl, because they still had vinyl on them, for patterns and stuff. Well, come to find out he don't. So he recommended that I go ahead and get the vinyl all pulled off. And a couple places needed painted. And so we've got that done. Got them out here. I brought them all out. This is the front seat, but it's upside down. And then over here, I've got all the rest of my seats. I found one that needs a couple of springs repaired on. This is the backrest for the driver's seat. And I got a couple of springs here that were rusted and pulled out. So I've been trying to find springs for those to replace them. I found some, but they're a little different. I don't know, we'll see. I think I might have a plan in place to I clip mine off close as I could, and I might just be able to stretch them out a little bit and get them. But I got all this stuff out here yesterday. Got a rust prevention on all of it. You can see where it's turned black. And now getting ready to give them a shot of paint, help preserve them more, and get those ready to go to the upholstery shop. So just want to throw that little sidebar in here, kind of show you what I've done with them. And got to get my new door cards made. Once I get those done, a new package tray made. He'll probably come and pick everything up, and we'll get going on this interior. Right now it looks like he's going to do pretty much all my interior. He said he can do a headliner, seats, kick plates, package tray, pretty much everything in here. So as that progresses, you'll get to see it in some videos. I've looked at some of his work online. Seems to do really good work, so I'll keep you guys posted on how it's going. Meanwhile, my son's here. It's his last day down here, so now that I've got this figured out, I'm going to get a couple more pieces put back on here. I got the fender just back on there temporarily. We're going to bring the hood over and make sure it clears this radiator before I continue anymore here. I can drop that radiator down one more notch if I need to. So that, and throwing some paint on all those seat springs is what's on the agenda for today. So thanks for watching. Get to something interesting, I'll set you guys up and bring you along. Okay, hopefully I got you guys set up here with some half decent light and close enough you can see what I'm doing here. So I've got that clamped in there. I've left me a tail of my copper wire back in under that. And now I'm just going to start wrapping it. I'll go clear across, holding that tail in as part of it. And then I'll come back across the opposite direction and figure out how I'm going to tie it off. So I'll get this going, get it wrapped good, see how this first one works. One thing about it, the wire's cheap and I got plenty of it. I can wrap it up pretty good if I need to. But I really think this is going to work. So. Okay, well, moment of truth. I'm going to take the vice grips off and see if everything holds, and if it does, then I'll get my torch out and a little bit of solder in there. Haha, look at that, never even moved. Let's see what happens here. Well, that looks like that's going to work pretty good. Nice and tight in there. Still a little warm. I'm going to go ahead and heat it back up and just drop me a little more right in there. I got a little tail right there I can cut off now. So I'll do that. Probably set you guys up on time lapse. Do the same thing over on this one, and I believe that's a win, and that's going to work. Okay, well, you've seen all that. Looks like a triple win for me, or to me. I thought I only had two broke. I forgot, I guess there was three. When I went to finish up there, there was a third one, so I had to stick that one on there too, and that went just about like I figured it would. Not as pretty as they could be, because I have my solder is acid core they call it, and so it's not a pretty solder, but it don't matter, it's got to get covered up by the seats. But no rough edges. That one sticks up a little bit, but it's going to get covered up by the foam and the come on. It's going to get covered up by the foam and the vinyl, and I'm sure if there's any issue there, the upholstery guy will let me know. I don't believe there will be. You got no sharp edges. I had a few tails I cut off the copper and squished everything down there, so win, win, win. So I'm going to take this thing out now, and I already give it a coat of rust converter, so I'll give it a couple shots of some satin black paint now, and get it ready to take to the upholstery guy. So we'll bring you back later on something else. So we moved on from the seats a little bit. Now we're building door cards. I have one for the front that it's not the best. It's good for a pattern. And basically what I did is I took it, put it up on there, took 3-4 foot pieces of angle iron, clamped it down, drew out my pattern, and we'd actually done some measuring, my son and I, when he was down here, and they don't appear to have shrunk. They're just kind of, with them bent up and stuff, they don't lay flat. So I got my stuff all laid out on here. I'm going through now because apparently these door cards are made for multiple models. I got some key things you can see right here. Was up there. I have a stainless strip that lays in there. That's not going to be the right one. Well, it will be from the other side, but basically there's a stainless strip that goes right there, and door handle, window crank. Guess I'm swinging you guys around here. I don't know if you can see or not. This is where the door clips on. Got some screw holes. This side here, I'm going to have to get in there and fit to the door because I had a piece off my other one that was close, but I'm going to have to do some final adjustment. It kind of curves down and in right here. More door clips. A couple little things up here. A couple of screw holes in the corners. And we'll see what happens down here. I don't have enough of the little clips that go into all of these holes. So I don't know. I may only do every other one. Basically what they do is they go in those square rectangular holes, and then they have a little lip that fits down into this lip. Now I'm gonna go into Kingman next Tuesday, and I will, there's an upholstery shop there, so I'm gonna stop in, take one of mine in, and see if they have any. I've got enough. I could do, I believe I could do 6 in each one, which should hold it. But before I cut them out, I'm going to see if I can find more available. I'm also going to talk to the upholstery guy and see if he wants to just do screws along the bottom or maybe Velcro or something like that. But I know he's got to bring his vinyl up around there, so we'll see what happens. And so you see me there, I had a good straight shot here on this one. Took my, what do they call these? Took my saw here and cut it off, and then hit it with a flapper wheel. I've done the same thing right here. And you can see where my pattern goes up through here now. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get in there with my saw and do what I can, and then I'll just finish shaping it with a flapper wheel. And then I've got that pattern there, so I know what size all these other holes are. I'll drill them out to the size they are, and they're oscillating saw. That's what I used. Initially I cut out with a jigsaw out of my sheet, and I left a little all the way around just because. Get out some hole saws. I got to take and continue these lines on across a certain amount, because I'm guessing what these are, if you look, these all have these lines cut. I'll measure and see how how far they go in and do those with the jigsaw on the door and the window crank, because I'm assuming that's how they get the vinyl back in there. But you can see here, this is where my stainless strip goes, and it's got these rectangular holes here. They don't, when you look at the door, I compared it to the door, I got my piece of garnish molding out, and these 4 holes, these 1, 2, 3, 4 holes here do nothing. I got a row of holes down here, and all these right in here that do nothing on the door. So that's why they must be, I'm guessing they must be for various models. So that's a nice thing, is I can get it over here now and just double check. Well, there's my other stainless right there. I'll come over to see where we're going to fit. So that's what I'm doing now. Kind of tedious and time consuming, and I wanted to do one off camera before I tried it and made myself look like a fool. I've done a package tray on this once, but I've never done a full door card, so I'm going to get that done. Here's, you can see where that stainless strip goes on there, and then oh, this probably ain't the right one. Nope, that'll be a driver's side. But then it's got this this that goes over the top of the like say your garnish molding or something like that. So I'm gonna finish this one off, get it cleaned up, work on the other one. Then I got to work on the back ones, and fortunately I have good patterns for my rear ones. Put up here, nope. I've actually got, so that you can see where the brakes were in, and I took pictures of both of them laying together. Oh, here's my rear ones over here. So that one there is still pretty complete, but I keep both of them that way if I need a little piece of one. And they don't have a whole lot in the back. Because it's got those to go on the floor or the armrests, and then this piece goes above it. So I got to do both of those, both fronts. I got to do a new package tray. So when I done it, sit out in the weather too long before I got my garage built. I've got to do one on each side of this opening over here, this one here, this one here. There's one that goes across, probably on the other side, on the trunk side it looks like. Probably what these tabs are right there. Yeah, it looks like it goes in there. And then I got to do these that close this area here off. So, gonna have quite a bit of cutting and fitting. Most of them I'll start off with some poster board, get my pattern made, and I'll lay it out on here, and then I'll cut it with the jigsaw. So. We'll be doing that off and on. I'll bring you back in different intervals, show you where I'm at, and keep plugging down. Well, about ready to call it a night. Got one of my door cards almost done. A little bit of trimming yet to do on it. I went from that, Cisco, not you, went from that to that. Still got to trim a little bit here because there's a garnish molding screw that goes in right here. A little bit to trim down here on the bottom. And I've got to clip in on either side. So that's going to do it for tonight, and maybe for this video. I don't know. I'll have to see where I'm at. But I'll get back out here tomorrow and get this one finished up. Use that pattern to make another, and it's pretty neat that I can actually take that one over there, and it fits this door. Just flip it over. So that's going to make it easy to make a pattern. Got one of my garnish moldings out just to make sure where it covers, where those hoop screws line up. And this is that one screw I was telling you about, so I'm going to have to trim that just so that misses that screw hole. Then I got a little bit to trim. I still got to locate this hole and this hole here. And when I talked to the interior guy, and he wants a rough side towards the inside of the car because his glue will fit better, because this stuff, if you guys are familiar with this, it's smooth on one side and rough on the other. I don't know if you can see it, tell from here or not, but yeah, he wants that rough side out because he said his glue will stick better to it. Down here where I didn't think I had enough clips, he said typically there's not a clip in every one of them holes anyhow. He said there's only about 5 of them. And I noticed that these panels have, or this panel apparently had screw holes here on the bottom that held it in anyhow. So he made a suggestion. I'm going to think about it. He suggested maybe we cover the bottom portion of the door with carpet. So I'll see. I told him I got to check and see if there's any kind of pattern or anything over there that I need to match on these door cards. So we'll see. I'll think about that. Let me get a little bit of light in here. I know that's the way they done it on. I don't even know if that's gonna help. Maybe a little bit. There we go. You know, a lot of the newer cars bottom, because you know as well as I do, getting in and out. Little dust on your shoe, you rub it on there, that vinyl gets dirty. So I might consider putting, I don't know, 3 or 4 inch strip on the bottom of carpet. We'll see what happens. So, like I say, that's going to do it for tonight, maybe for this video. Got to go get my SD card downloaded and see how much I got put together. And either way, we'll see you tomorrow, and it'll either be part of this video or part of the next one. So, thanks for watching. You all have a good evening. Well, good morning. Another beautiful day here in Meadview, Arizona. Middle of December. Garage doors open, 64 degrees in here. Plan today is to get the other door card finished. I think I said last night, got a little bit of trimming to do on this one here. Use that for a pattern over on that one. Back ones will be pretty easy. Because they're pretty little. It's just this upper part right here. That, and then get my mess cleaned up. That's what's on the agenda for today. Might get a little more done, we'll see. But I might even get the package tray done. Or the kick panels. We'll see. But that's what we're doing today. Got the shop dogs here. Shop dogs, what are you all doing? Shadow, where you at? There's Shadow. Good dogs. Good dogs. Forgot to charge some of my batteries last night. Usually I put them on the charger every night for my tools, but I can get some going here. I didn't film the other. I filmed a little bit of trimming up on the other one, but there's something interesting. I'll get you guys set up here, and nothing else. I'll show you, bring you back and show you when I get them done and ready to go. So stand by. Okay, well, there you go. Door card, second door card finished there. Only be a few minutes for you guys. Time lapse. I just started using time lapse. I usually just speed up the video, so I'm curious to see how this time lapse works. A little sawdust, a little smoke. But yeah, got a door card knocked out there. Still got, I left it a little long here. Probably can't see that line, but I left it a little long on both these corners because the other one was just a couple of those corners. The old one was enough, messed up enough, it was kind of a guess on where the corner actually was. I don't know if you can see over in there. That corner right there was actually not as rounded and located where I thought it would be. So what I do now, I'll hang it on the door. I've still got some of my pins. I'm going to order all new ones that attach it to the door. But I'll hang it on there, then I can crawl under there and mark it. And if the doors aren't quite the same, I can take care of that. I'll just take it off a little bit with the flapper wheel. You see me lay it up there, clamp it down with the 2-inch angle iron. Basically what I did is I left my cut a little long off the line. So I don't know about you, but I can't do a good straight line with a jigsaw. So I left it a little long, line up that angle iron with a face towards the line, start smoothing it up with the flapper wheel, and you know, it's real easy to tell when you're down to your line because you start making sparks instead of sawdust. So I got that to do. I've still got one hole to locate on both of these. It was not enough of it there. It'd be on both sides. There wasn't enough of it there to mark them and get them right. I tried putting a piece of tape on them here and marking those holes, but I can't do that either because these holes are actually offset from where the pins go in. Or clips, I guess you'd call them. So they go in like this, snug up tight against that side, inside of that hole, and they're actually offset. So I'm gonna get it hung up there. I marked, oh well, on the front one here, I marked where they're located. I will, oh, excuse me. I will get as close as I can, drill me a little hole, see if I hit the hole on the door, and then I can drill out my big one. They're lined up, they're straight enough of a line and stuff. I'm pretty sure I can get it. All I got to do is get that distance. So for right now, before I even do any of that, I'm going to muck out the shop. Anything here that I'm not going to use again, going to get put away. Didn't get my batteries completely charged this morning from last night, and fortunately I have a rapid charger with a cooling fan that I got with one of my tools, so I was able to keep my tools all going. But yeah, there's a pretty simple. If you have a pattern from your old door cards, and you know, they're just weathered and yucky like that one was. I've tried to keep that one as good a condition as possible all these years. I took this car apart in 2006, and it had set out in the weather for roughly 40 years before that. So that one was good enough. I tried to keep it where I could still use it. If I hadn't have had it, then what a guy could do is take some poster board and get taped on here and figure out your pattern pretty close probably. So that's going to do it right here for now. I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to muck out the shop, get some of this stuff out of my way, get a little bit of the sawdust cleaned up. Then I'll see. I don't know if I'll go ahead and finish trimming and fitting these, or if I'll go ahead and get the two for the rear roughed out. They won't take maybe an hour. They're not very big. So when I go to doing that, I don't know if I probably won't video all that stuff. You guys seen how I done it on this time lapse. I'll just get them done and ready, and I'll show you my finished product. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in a little bit.